Freezing. What?
Yeah, we're recording, Kevin. Are we in the? Hold on, let me pull up YouTube and make sure we're live.
We are.
All right, excellent. All right, so let's see. We're at pick 141. We hopped off there for a little while. Now we're going to be back here. We've got three more picks, and Seattle will be on the clock. Uh, Kevin, there's some interesting players right now. Sam Howell, quarterback. I know that you're kind of thinking maybe we might go with a quarterback. Carson Strong is in this position. Um, what do you
Yeah.
think right now? Quarterback?
Well, my boy Woolen's still available too, man.
Woolen is there, and I can see a scenario where we do take back-to-back cornerbacks. I mean, that is a depleted, or not depleted, but I mean, we don't have a consistent starter there. So why not get the most bites at the apple by putting more talent on the field?
Yeah,
Sorry,
100%.
I had to move you.
I think. Am I freezing again?
No, I think you're good.
Okay.
I can see you. You're moving.
Good.
You're
Good.
moving and you're shaking, Kev.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know if we're going to take a quarterback or not. So I don't
Right.
know. You know, we've talked about Carson. We've talked about Sam Howell. I'm not. I think we need competition. Can we wait a little bit longer? And I still think cornerback is more of a priority. We talked about it. We also need a center. I don't know the best offensive lineman available. I'm looking. Um, well, there's a Donovan West from Arizona State center.
He's
I
a
don't know.
center. Yeah.
Yeah, don't know too much
Let's
about
see
him.
where he ranks as far as centers go. Let me go to the big book, Kevin.
Yeah, please do.
I'm going to the big book.
Well, somebody's got to. Might as well be you, right?
Right?
So yeah, I'm just looking at.
Could we pick up a wide receiver if there's somebody intriguing?
Well, I mean, think anything's possible. I mean, why not? I I don't know if wide receiver is really a critical need for us,
Right?
but I do know that Pete and John always talk about it's the best player available and on their board, not on everybody else's board. So
Right.
and I don't know on my
You know,
board,
you're at
Tariq
6'3",
Woolen's
296. He's a junior.
who's
Uh,
that?
Donovan. I don't see where that would be that big of a stretch there.
He's ranked 121 overall.
Well, the Pro Football Focus big board, he's 80. So I mean,
Wow.
there's a little bit of a disparity between the two. Looks like the Rams, the hated Rams, just took Jacoby Durant, a cornerback out of South Carolina State. So,
Hmm. Good for
yeah,
them.
huh?
Good for them.
Good for them.
I can't stand the Rams. I don't even want to mention that word in my house anymore.
Well, we have to report the news, Kevin. We have to report the news.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what they all say.
I know, I know,
I just want to talk about Seattle all the time. Forget
all the
everybody
time.
else. Yeah.
So I would not be upset with Donovan West. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean he looks like a solid player.
His pro comparison is Frank Ragnow with the Lions.
Oh yeah.
So
It looks like according to this pre-draft analyst Donovan is a versatile offensive lineman with experience at all three interior positions. He is
mhm,
an aggressive run blocker with
gotcha.
the power base to generate some push, and he's smooth working up into the second level. With West's quick hands and short area punch in pass protection stand out on tape. He doesn't have a great foot speed and can get caught flat footed at times. And that was you know, I don't know. for the 5th round pick, I'm okay with that.
A 5th round flyer. Yeah. So I mean, here we go. So the 3 players that I think that are most intriguing to me as far as on the draft board right now would be Donovan West. Okay,
Hmm.
a
Yep.
center, somebody to battle. Is it is Austin Blythe? Is that who we got picked up, Kevin?
No, Austin. Yeah, I think it is. I'm gonna have to Google that now. Oh, that's hilarious, Dave. Um,
Just give me
Seahawks.
1 second here. I am googling it. Yes, Austin Blythe.
Hey, good
Okay.
call. I I was thinking Austin when you said Austin. I was thinking of the guy, the cornerback that we had that just signed with the Texans or
Oh, bless
somebody.
Austin.
Bless
Yeah,
Austin.
actually,
Yeah.
I don't even like to say it, but Denver. Oh,
Oh, that's right. He did. I do remember that. I do remember that.
yeah.
So since I'm on, I I kind of want to talk about my boy from UW, Kate Otten, going to Tampa Bay. Is he the guy that's going to be
I thought you wanted to talk
replacing?
about Seahawks all the time.
Oh, I did. You're right.
Yeah.
Silly me.
I am so silly.
Oh man. Okay, because I'm a Kate Otten fan. I'm a Husky fan. I can't help
There
it.
you go. Okay, the Titans pick is in. Then we have the Washington Commanders on the
Oh
clock.
no. Well, I'm gonna let you try to pick the Titans player because I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna try
Oh
to.
wow. He's a tight end from Maryland.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say too.
Shigoziem Okonkwo.
Yeah.
Shigoziem Okonkwo.
Yeah, I don't even, I'm not even gonna try, man. So there, I'm leaving it alone.
There we go. Easy as pie, Kevin. You just
Yeah, and how bad did you butcher it?
pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
Pretty
I'm
bad.
not
Yeah.
invited to any party that he's putting on. Absolutely.
Sorry for laughing too loud.
All right.
Well, what does it say? I was just looking at your thing. He says it looks like a 3rd round pick.
Who on Donovan West or Shikana?
Yeah, Donovan West.
Yeah, it does say 3rd round pick. Okay with Donovan West. Oh, the Commanders
Yeah,
pick is in. Looks like we are on the clock, Kev.
nice.
I know. Or do we trade back, Kevin? I mean, is this finally the spot where we see a trade?
I don't know.
I would have lost my shirt in Vegas because I would have already bet that we would have traded down twice by now.
Yeah, absolutely. But in the 2nd round, when you have 2 picks back to back, and Walker's there, what? Oh, I'm not trading that pick.
No. Nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, they love this Cody Barton kid, and Cody Bryant. Sorry, we already have Cody Barton. I watched a lot of tape on him. Well, not a lot, but during my moving around a little bit today, and he looks pretty good. Looks solid. I like him. It'll be. Oh, there goes Sam Howell. He's off the board to the
Or with the
Commanders.
Commanders.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Carson Strong. Carson
Yeah,
Strong.
I don't think we pick up Carson in this pick.
No, I don't either.
No, I'm liking Donovan West or Tariq Woolen. I'm sorry. My brain's
What I
fresh this
understand,
morning, and I'm still messing
Kevin,
up. What's that?
we traded back.
Yes, we did. We traded to the Giants. Nope, I lied. I don't even see we traded yet. So I can't open too many things on my computer.
Right? I know.
Unfortunately. had
I know we're riveting radio right here. We're trying to figure out where we are, but
yeah.
yeah, it looks like Seattle has. Looks like we traded with the Kansas City Chiefs, Kevin. Yep,
Really
Kansas City is now on the clock. I do not.
nice.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get some details on that, Kevin.
All right. Yeah, I'm still locked up on. Yep, Kansas City's on the board. That is very true. Um, Seattle is now picking 153
Okay.
and 158.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so we dropped down, and it looks like we picked up a pick 238, which is what in the seventh
One
round. So we picked up another seven rounder for it by the sounds of it, Kevin.
nice. So let's see. You said 238. Yep, it's definitely a seventh rounder. Uh, so now we have 238. How about 233?
Might be what we went drop down to. I apologize.
Yeah, because on the seventh round we got pick 229, and now we have pick 233.
Okay. So we picked up another seventh rounder for dropping back. What is it? Eight picks.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, let's hope that one of the two that we're thinking about are in that pick. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, I would like to have seen us pick up a six rounder, but obviously that's a little bit of a
That math does not add up, Kevin.
no, no, no. It does not add up. So if
Do
you
we have
here's
anybody in
some
the chat?
uh Darian Kennard, offensive guard, Kentucky, went to Kansas City.
Nice.
If you hear a
He's
lot
got.
of noise in my background, I apologize. I have a 3-year-old grandson running around my house as we speak.
Is he going crazy? Crazy.
He's yeah. Both of my grandkids are crazy. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and ooh, wow, they're a lot of energy. Let's just put it that way. And they both have very loud vocal ability. Some like I don't know where that came from in their family, but
Their dad.
well, yeah, but where did dad get it? So that's everybody keeps saying it's it's my fault.
Hmm. This linebacker out of Virginia Tech has been there forever as number one best available right now, Kevin.
Really,
Yeah,
I still have Tariq Woolen is the number one available right now.
I'm looking at Mel's best available right now.
Uh, Jojo Domain,
Uh huh.
Nebraska.
He's showing his nine on Mel's.
Nice.
Nice.
Number 9 on mine is our guy Donovan West.
There we are.
I don't know if we're going that route, but hey, it would be kind
Well,
of
I tell
fun.
you what, I would not be upset, Kevin. Again,
Absolutely, yeah. No, no way, no
investing
how.
in this offensive line, investing in a running back. Yeah, we have definitely, invested in the trenches on this.
Well, we have addressed one of two of my major concerns, and that is left tackle, which we
Mm-hmm.
did in the first round, and a back, somebody that's going to
And
carry
right
this
tackle.
team.
We
Well,
had no right
but
tackle either
we didn't. But I like Jake Curhan. But now
as a
they got
backup.
well, yeah. I mean, obviously, but I liked him. I think he has potential to be better than he is.
Mhm.
But I'm okay with absolute okay. It wasn't a priority for me. It was left
Gotcha.
tackle. Actually, it was center, left tackle, and running back. And we got our left tackle in the first round. We got our running back in the second round. And I would like to see us pull a center or another cornerback because really, what do we have? We have Trey Brown, Sidney Jones, and Kobe Bryant.
I would love to
Oh,
see.
I mean, I guess we do have we brought back our nickel corner.
Yeah,
I'm
I know what
drawing a
you're talking
blank. Yeah.
about. Wow. Anyway, I would love to see them go ahead and get Donovan West. Yeah, I think it would be good for him to come in, completely revamp this offensive line,
Hmm.
give Drew Lock an hour to throw the ball.
Yeah. Well, it's just you and I on the video right now. So
Yeah, we could talk about anything then, Kevin. I can eat. I can continue to eat my pork rinds.
nice. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Well, I'm thinking we can also cut this up. Except for the problem is it is actually going up live, like recorded process on YouTube.
Hmm.
So the whole 3 hours and 11 minutes that we were on the other night is up on YouTube.
And people have watched it. We're up to
A
like
little.
39 views, I think.
Oh, somebody's on board now with us. So
Oh,
welcome on board. Dave, stop eating your pork rinds.
sorry.
Just kidding. Oh, in the ear even. That's torture, man.
It's all gone. Ah. All right. So again, just to recap for those of you that were off the screen there, we've traded with the Kansas City Chiefs. We've traded down to pick number 153. And then again, we're going to pick at 158. And then we picked up an extra seventh round pick number 233 from the Kansas City Chiefs. So we may have a shot at having a couple before the mystery relevant there. Kevin, you're looking concerned.
No, I was just trying to figure out why the Giants were taking so long to take their pick, but
Well,
they still
it
got
looks like it's Maya McFadden, linebacker out of Indiana.
Oh yeah, okay. You are absolutely correct. My some reason my computer is having fun. So obviously the Bills are on the
Micah
clock.
McFadden. Okay, and now the Giants are back on the clock for pick number 147.
Wow. So they traded with Buffalo?
No,
No, they are maybe already at it.
yeah, they already did. Now Buffalo is going to be at 148. Man, we actually might have a shot, Kevin, at still having both players that we are looking at on the board as far as Donovan West and Tariq Woolen. So I think maybe that was the problem is that they couldn't decide between the two of them, Kevin, because they had heard us raving about or talking about both of them, and they're like, "Gosh, that Dave and Kevin have
Uh,
already helped us immensely in this draft process because we called both we called so many picks already. They had to have watched our specials in order to be able to make the selections. Considering I picked Charles Cross and you had talked about the running back, and then I came back and talked about our right tackle. So yeah, I mean it's like we're doing their job for him, Kevin. I'm a little disappointed in Pete and John, but at least we should be able to come to the facility to help them out. What do you think there, Kev?
well, I think sure. Yeah, why not?
Why are we not in the facility? I
I
need
don't
to
know.
know.
I think we should be, but it looks like they picked up DJ Davison, defensive tackle from Arizona State.
So is that who the Giants picked with their
The
second?
Giants in their second
Yeah. Okay.
37, yeah.
All right, Buffalo is on the clock. Bills Nation, crazy fellers there. Uh,
According to this, their biggest needs are cornerback and running back. Is this where Tariq Woolen come off the board?
well, they picked up Kareem Illam, and they
Mm-hmm.
picked up your boy Cook.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true. So they probably don't need so running back select they're their need, and I think obviously they picked up their two needs. So cornerback and
they're going best player available. Maybe they pick up this linebacker.
they picked up a wide receiver from
Oh,
Boise State.
oh, he actually was like a third or fourth. Yeah, as far
Yeah,
as best player available right now. I've
yeah,
seen
he
his
looks
name
like a
come.
he looks like a good player. So the Commanders
Khalil
are
Shaker.
yep.
I mean,
The
that of all names to have as a wide receiver, Shaker Baker is the one that I would want right there.
yeah. So it looks like the Commanders are on the clock with Chicago in the hole.
2021 second team academic All American was Khalil Shaker.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
he actually was a good player. I watched a game of with Boise State once this year.
Did you now?
Yeah, watched the Eastern Washington Eagles every once in a while. My daughter graduated from there, so I do catch a game every once in a while.
Every once in a
Looks
while.
like the pick is in on
Commanders.
the Commanders.
All right.
So Chicago Bears are on the clock.
The Bears.
The Bears, the Bears. So yeah, so I'm still thinking. I like this Donovan West. He is very, very intriguing. He's a possible third round pick. We've seen Tariq Woolen, also a third. What do they say, second to fourth round pick. So he's
Mm-hmm.
still on there. I don't know. They're trying to figure out who else is available.
I'd like to see that. The closer we get to the pick, I would like to see Tariq Woolen. I really would.
Yeah, I like this kid. After watching all the tape I watched,
Yeah,
uh, looks like really two cornerbacks are the top of the ESPN best available pick
yeah,
draft,
there is right now.
and then you got the outside linebacker Doman.
And he has been the number one on Mel's board for, gosh, it seems like an hour now.
Right, and I know there's also you got the offensive tackle Rasheed Walker from Penn State still out there.
Okay.
Guard Jameer Slayer,
Do we
and
really have a need for another?
no, I'm just saying he's out there. But you know what's interesting? Mel Kiper's third round pick, Amari Barno, is still on the board.
That's what I've been talking about. Yeah, Amari Barno, the linebacker out of. Why is this guy sliding so far? I mean, he
I,
is just free
well,
falling.
I think he could be there for our 158 pick. What? Who's sliding? Barno?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, well, they're saying a fourth round pick, so
huh?
yeah, I thought it was a stretch when they were talking about him on with
Yeah, I'm not really reading anything on him either.
Mel Kiper was talking about him.
All right, let's
Okay,
see.
Commanders, we're still waiting on you.
Cole Turner, tight end out of Nevada, is who the Commanders just took.
Yep, I see that.
First team All Mountain West. So
Yeah,
yeah, he took some passes from Carson Strong, who's still on the board. So
yep. Now we have two seventh round picks. Are we going to pick a quarterback with a seventh round pick?
you know what? That's where I would see us taking a flyer on a seventh round pick, to be honest with you, or a
Yep.
quarterback.
Do you
Just
think
a camp body to come in there.
you think Carson's going to be there in the seventh round? I
I
don't know.
don't think so. No, No, I don't.
Well, where's he on their board, man?
I'm not seeing.
He's 24th overall, best available according to ESPN.
Yeah.
So the Texans are on the clock,
Yes, they are.
and the pick is in.
Pick is in.
Well, that's weird. Now my computer is going faster than my phone. So hey, what do I know?
Amari Barrow. That's what I'm looking. Did you say that JoJo Demon is still on the board, Kevin?
Yeah, JoJo's still on the board.
Yeah. So here, yeah, Amari and JoJo in my book here. Let's see here.
Yeah, so obviously ESPN's board's got Tariq Woolen, number one,
Yes.
Zion McCullum, cornerback out of Sam Houston, number two, JoJo, number three, uh, Kingsley, I'm not even going to try, from South Carolina, Josh Jobe from Alabama, a cornerback, Rasheed Walker. Yeah, there's some players out there still available. So
So this Amari Barno
yeah,
is ran a 4.5 40 at, and he's an edge player.
yeah. Well, Mel Kiper really liked him, so
Right.
but
Oh,
that doesn't mean anything.
I was just
So
gonna say. Just gonna say that
has Mel Kiper ever been right in his life? And
actually he has been he didn't get to where he was by not, Kevin.
all right. Yep. They took T Booker. It looks like defensive tackle.
Okay. Thomas Booker, the train.
The train. Choo choo.
Thomas the train.
Well, that's what I would call him. You know.
Absolutely. All right. Atlanta's on the clock at 151.
Yeah. And your favorite Seattle Seahawks are 2 picks away. All
Yeah.
right, 3 picks away. So we got the Falcons, you got the Broncos. It looks like the Falcons pick is in, and Broncos
Nice.
are on the clock, and then your Seattle Seahawks. Will they maybe trade down again? I don't know. They finally made a trade, which was a shock that it took them till the fifth round to make a trade.
Exactly.
So normally that is not Seattle's MO. So who are you thinking, man?
Man, I tell you what, I would be happy with one. I would be happy with Amara Barno. I would be happy with Tariq Woolen, who we have been banging on the
Uh,
Tariq Woolen drum for most of this
yeah,
day. And then I would also be happy with the center out of Arizona State,
yeah,
Donovan.
Donovan West. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's three players right now that I would be happy with.
Well, the
Bring
Falcons just took Tyler Algier.
Algier.
Algier. Sorry,
Yeah.
I can't read.
Tyler
I don't
Algier
even have my glasses today, so
out of
I can't talk.
BYU.
I can't read.
Right, Kevin is a mess. So if we can send somebody to help him because he is a disaster today. All right.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So the Broncos pick is in.
All right, we are on.
We are on the clock.
We are on the clock. Okay. So hopefully we don't. I would like. I think there's three players here that I'm happy with us taking, Kevin.
Hey Dave. Jake
Yeah.
was asking. Jake asked a question about is it Bailey Zappe? I don't. I think he's already gone, isn't he?
Yes, he went to gosh, probably 10 picks ago. Just one second here. I will tell you who he went to, but I'm actually thinking about thinking it was
Yeah, I remember seeing his name.
I thinking it was New England. Just one second. Yeah, New England.
New England
Oh,
got
look at
him.
that. Look at that memory like a steel trap. He went to the Patriots.
Steel trap.
Maybe a little
Uh,
rust on it, but still a steel
yeah,
trap.
my memory is like the garbage can. So
Right?
yeah, I was watching the interview with Pete and John last night at 1:30 in the morning, and I didn't know who was more tired, John or me. So
I guarantee you what, 1:30, I was out. How do things go with the
it was a lot of fun.
good?
29 balloons, 29. I mean, everything was gold. I
Were they
mean,
luft balloons?
that's funny. No, they weren't 99 either. There's 29.
Nice.
So, and Denver just picked D. Turner Yell
Okay, all of
safety.
the players that we are interested in, Kevin, are all on the board. Whether that be Amari Barno, Jojo Domain, Donovan West,
Are my boy Tariq
Tariq
Woolen.
Woolen. Man, I tell you, I would be ecstatic if we got Tariq Woolen. I mean, I really would. The more that we've talked, and you know what? Not only that, Kevin, I was going to call you the other day, or it was yesterday, as
Hmm.
I was driving on my way home because I had to stay late for work. Sorry about that, Jake. I was
I think we
driving
should
home.
fire him.
Huh?
I think we should fire you and bring in Jake.
Absolutely. Um, anyway, I was listening to 710's coverage, and Michael Bumpus. Guess who he was touting yesterday in the third round?
Michael Bumpus and I agreed last year.
Yeah, I know. Tariq Woolen. The pick is in.
The pick is in. Is it
All right,
Tariq?
here we are,
Is
Kevin.
it Donovan?
Drum roll.
Is it Amari? I think Amari's going to be there in a few more picks. I
I
actually think Donovan might be there in a few more. T. Woolen. I did it.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Tariq Woolen, cornerback. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Seahawks, you
Welcome.
just made my day, man. I am
Yeah.
so jacked. Oh, man.
There we go. That is, oh man, I am happy.
Yes. I've been after doing the research on the third round, man. When I saw highlights of this kid, I'm like, we got to have this guy. We have to have him. And now he is a Seattle Seahawk.
Seattle Seahawk. Yes.
Welcome, Tariq Woolen. Yeah, baby. Jake saying that Carson Strong is the only option. I actually like Carson Strong. I think he would be a great person. I don't know if he's available if in the seventh round. I would like to see him go after the guard from Donovan West with our next, or the center Donovan West with our next pick, because I think that is still a priority. Are they going to hand the keys to Drew Lock? I don't
I
know.
think they are.
I think they already decided that when
Abs-
they traded Russell.
Here, unless let me throw a proposal out there to you, Kevin. Are you ready to catch it?
Okay,
One of
I
the
don't have
reasons
very
we
good
picked.
hands.
I know you don't. I've seen you catch football before. One of the reasons that we picked up a seventh round pick, Kevin,
Uh-huh.
is to trade it to Cleveland.
Really?
That could be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That
Cleveland would
way.
have to eat their his
Well, I
three
bet you
quarters of
that's what's
his
going on
salary.
right now. They're negotiating. We're the
Very.
only ones left, Kevin.
What's that?
We're the only ones left that
You,
have a
you
legitimate
yeah, the Browns have got to be kissing our you know what. So
right.
if they want to get rid of him,
If you look at it, coming into this draft, there was two teams that or three teams: Seattle, Pittsburgh. What what is Jake saying?
uh, what do you think he's saying?
I, and I'm gonna have to log in just so I
Oh
can
yeah, no Baker, no Baker. Yuck.
no Baker, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I agree, Jake. I think they're going to give Drew Lock the opportunity this year to take this job and run with it, or they're going to, maybe go after what Dave said next year, go after top end quarterback in the first couple of rounds because there's some quality guys next year's. I haven't even looked at next year's, but everybody's talking about the quarterback depth next year.
Yeah, I 158. So we're what? Jaguars are now on the clock. We're 154. Okay.
I'm
Pick is
still
in.
excited. We got Tariq Woolen and Jake saying that Drew is definitely a bridge for the franchise quarterback next
I
year. So
agree with you. I absolutely do.
I don't I you know
I think right now, to be honest with you, if you want my opinion, we are setting the table for the next quarterback to come in. We are
do,
setting the table. We have
I
brought
don't know if
in.
I don't
Go
know if
ahead.
I want your opinion, Dave.
Oh,
I'm just
who's
kidding.
Brett? Hey, Brett, how you doing? I like Drew. I do, but Baker is our QB. Okay, Brett
Oh,
is
oh, oh!
chiming in.
We got a battle going on, man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a battle, Kevin, but
Oh, okay. We got one guy saying yuck, and the other one saying he is.
yeah.
Hey, let's just take a moment. I got to take a moment. I, I cannot wait for the OTAs, man, and spring training, um,
Spring practice, Kevin.
spring practice. I'm just,
Words are hard today.
the words are very hard today.
So we
Uh,
got you're
I got,
absolutely correct, Jake. We got Kobe Bryant, we've got Tariq Woolen. So now we bring them in to
Mhm.
compete with Sidney Jones, to compete with Trey Brown for those outside reps. Um, you
Yeah.
know,
Well, we also got the nickel. We brought back. Why can I not think of his name? He was with Seattle for years.
yeah, I know. Give me a second here.
I'm gonna let Dave do it because my computer's still going slow. Um,
Usually we have this all Justin Coleman.
yeah, Justin.
Yep.
So looks like the Jaguars still haven't picked yet.
The pick is in, Kevin. The pick
Okay.
is in. I would really like to see at this point, if we don't go quarterback, I would really like to see Seattle go after. Uh, I would like to see Seattle bring in that center west from Arizona State.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just reading Jake's latest comment. In their press conference, they were talking about depth, but what are they going to do with Stone?
I think Stone is still a project. I think he's going to be a backup tackle. He was very raw last year. I heard somebody say that he never got in a game, which is not true. He played in a couple of spots last year, but Curran beat him out.
Yeah,
Curran
I,
got in, and Stone did not.
but did
Stone is
I
a
thought I didn't see Stone play tackle? Did he? I thought he was
mm,
playing guard.
yeah, no. Stone was tackle. He
Okay.
played right tackle just briefly, and then I think he got beat, and then they brought Curran in, and I mean Curran. I'm more excited about Curran than Stone Forsyth, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Jake did a phenomenal job last year. I think the Jaguars are. I think they went to commercial break instead of the NFL. I still trying to figure out what is going on.
the pick's been in.
Pick's been in a long time. I'm
There
sure.
we go. Okay, I'm seeing the selection come up now. Jacksonville Jaguars are taking. Dun, dun, dun,
S. Connor, running back. I don't know where he's from. Snoop Connor. That's what it is.
Snoop.
I loved his name, man.
Snoop.
Running back from Mississippi just went to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I agree with you, Jake. Keeping the players. Yeah, I really think Damian Lewis last year was stunted by going from the right guard to the left guard. I completely agree with that. I also think that having the defensive ends be cornerbacks last year was a horrible, horrible idea as well.
Yeah, definitely. Although they did say that the guy that we picked up, Moye, actually does very well in pass coverage.
Oh, okay. Well, he's a quick dude.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm thinking it's either center or linebacker. What do you think on this next pick for Seahawks?
I completely agree.
I would like to see a center. That is my first and foremost pick. If we can get
Cowboys pick is in, Kevin.
nice, good for the boys.
Good, good for the boys.
The boys. Another team I can't stand, along with the Rams. Looks like
Rams,
Matt
Cowboys.
Matt Zico, defensive tackle, North Dakota. Boy, I tell you, North Dakota, there's a bunch of guys coming out of North Dakota this year in the top five
Seeing
rounds.
Puna in coverage made me laugh my butt off. Didn't he get an interception this year though?
Puna, yeah, I think it did. I think it landed his. I mean, he didn't have anything to do with it, but
No, I think it just fell in his lap. To be honest with you, but that showed his sticky coverage skills.
boy, I'm telling you, I'm excited for the back end of Seattle. I mean, we have the top two safeties in the league, in my opinion. We also have now we got Trey
Some
Brown, who
raw talent. Yeah,
raw talent. Trey Brown. This looks like
Matt Weltzko.
yeah.
Is that who you're talking about?
No,
All right.
we already talked about him. Yeah, the Browns picks in.
Yep.
Tampa Bay is now on the clock. Anyway, I was going to say, then we picked up Cody Bryant, who actually, Jim Thorpe Award winner. He looked really good in the videos that I was watching. I don't know for sure how he's going to turn out.
I listened to his interview. The guy sounded like he's like, I'm ready to come in and contribute anywhere I can, whether that be special teams,
Yeah.
wherever.
Yeah. So, and then I do know that, after watching all the video I've seen, Tariq is my guy. And that's all I'm going to say. He's my guy.
Right now, as far as Brett, we're really pushing Donovan West out of Arizona State. That's who we're thinking this 158 pick might be.
That's who we'd like to see.
Yeah,
And maybe we can go back a couple more draft spots. But I don't know if he's still going to be there. Yeah, we did just sign Austin, but we only signed him for 1 year, and I think that they need a center,
long-term solution.
Long-term center, yeah. And because
last year we were. I don't mean to cut you off. Last year we were pretty excited about the kid from Canada, but he did not show really any signs that he was going to be able to be anything but maybe a practice team player. I mean, I can't even begin to remember his name. Kevin, you?
yeah, the kid from Canada, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Pierre
Lestage.
Lestage, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Pierre Oliver Lestage.
That's it. So
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is the pick is in, and your Seattle Seahawks with pick number 158 is on
the clock.
Yeah, Lestage. We both like that guy. We thought he looked pretty good. Well, on paper he looked great.
Well, it wasn't even papered. The thing that I liked about that kid is that his competitiveness and how he hated to lose at anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Phil Haynes is still there. He's. I don't know, man. I thought our centers last year struggled way too much.
Oh, yeah. Well, good luck, Cleveland, because they took one of ours.
Yeah. So Jerome Ford, running back from Cincinnati, went to the Cleveland Browns, and I'm telling you, Cincinnati, boy, they had a great team last year. So
yeah, there are a lot of people being picked up here. All right, Tampa
So
Bay is their
so
selections coming up right now.
so here's my question for you guys and Dave. Do we go
Yes.
with the center or do we go with the linebacker?
I
Because that Amari Barno is still there.
yeah.
JoJo Doman is
JoJo
still
is more
there.
of a safety than he is. He kind of plays that more of a safety than a corner, or excuse me, than a linebacker.
Jake saying that we need a linebacker. Zion McCullen, cornerback, Sam Houston State, just went to the Tampa Bay
Okay.
Buccaneers. So JoJo is now the number one guy on ESPN's draft board, and he's been number one on Mel's for a long time.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean either JoJo or Amiri Barno. Actually, Mel Kiper had Seahawks taken Barno in the third round. So
Really?
it looks like Seahawks picks is in, and the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock.
All right. Here we go.
So
Selection is
I'm saying a center or linebacker, and I think everybody.
Tariq Smith, defensive end, Ohio State. Oh wow. All right, let's take a look. He
Well,
was not
I
on.
I don't even know who the guy is.
Let's take a look.
We're kind of like the you know Tariq names.
All right, here he is.
Ohio State.
6'3", 254. So I'm not seeing any information on him there. Let me go to my other. I've got backups to backups, everybody.
Okay, Jake, that is exactly our. Normally, Dave and my comment on all of Seahawk drafts is, "What the heck?" But usually it's a little bit other words. So, but we won't say that on
We're trying to keep it PG.
a PG.
If
I don't
if
know.
you knew me personally, Jake, you would be surprised at how good I have actually been.
Yeah, he's been very good. I tried quit giving up swearing years ago, but it's very hard. He has a sixth grade. Looks like he's 6'3", 254 pounds, 33 and a quarter inch arms, 10 and a quarter hands, sixth grade. Um, it looks like he's a above backup. He had a 4.86 40, 34-inch vertical, 117-inch broad jump. Mm, he didn't start playing football until his junior year of high school, and he was a co-division defensive player of the year as a senior. That's pretty impressive.
Huh.
He was also a rebounder on the school's basketball team in high school. He actually played across the line from Chase Young in 2019.
Sorry, I'm reading, trying to see if I can read anything different than Kevin because I just pulled up Ohio State's website. Um, he was number 3 ranked strong side defensive end by rivals.
Jake's he's doing the same thing. Is when I as soon as I had kids, I kind of had to start swearing because my the every other word out of my mouth used to be the F word. So when I was very young, and I'm definitely been trying to clean it up for years. So every once in a while, I'll do slip. So
Hey, I am former Navy, and it just I don't yeah.
so
It's
according to
very
this, he is elastic, long-limbed edge defender who's unbridled. Attacking style brings both highs and lows in every game. Smith's urgent motor is an ingredient that gives him a chance to find some success in the pros, but his inefficiencies and lack of body control limit his ceiling. Filling out the frame, especially his lower half, uh, will be essential to become a functional edge. His pass rush is long and slippery, and there are enough flashes to intrigue evaluators looking for a rotational 4-3 end with sub package rushing. Hmm. Well, there you go.
There we go. All right,
He,
Kev.
they're calling him a basically pretty much an average backup defensive end.
Defensive end,
Yeah.
which I'm not understanding because we already have one of those.
We have a bunch of those, to be honest with
Yeah,
you. We just picked up a bunch of them. So maybe don't. Maybe they see a special teams guy that is unbelievable.
maybe. You're welcome, Jake.
Yeah, I don't know if Pete and John are in control this year.
Well, one of the things, actually, to be honest with you, one of the things that I heard come from Jody Allen is that this draft is in their wheelhouse. The way that this draft laid out for the Seattle Seahawks is in the wheelhouse for them. And I think that I think taking a step back and gone, maybe we've been a little too cute the last couple of years. Maybe we need to take some of the best players available because our talent level isn't where it needs to be. And I think that they absolutely maybe had to come to Jesus and say, okay, Russell's gone. We have to hit. We cannot rely on Russell to take us and get us out of jams. We're going to have to create something different with this team.
Do you think this Tariq Smith could be an outside linebacker instead of an edge?
Boy, not according to maybe. Uh,
Yeah, I don't understand why they would take him over Amari Barrow. I don't. Barno. Because Amari's 6'5", 246.
I don't know.
And the other
This
JoJo,
is the first. To me, be honest with you, this is the first real head scratcher I've seen so far this draft for the Seattle Seahawks.
yeah, and I go with the motto: "In John and Pete, I trust." So,
Mhm.
they obviously know something that we don't.
And maybe it's a character issue thing. There's got to be a reason this kid's sliding.
Well, he is high energy, so you know they like high energy guys.
I'm telling I think one of the things that I've looked into. We've looked at several players this um, getting ready for this draft, and we looked at a lot of different things. And our right tackle that we got, just listening to the attributes that they were talking about him at Washington State, and how they were talking about how the the coach physically had to try and get to the facility as early as he could. And it didn't matter how early he got to the facility. That kid was already in there working out, trying to get better. This is our right tackle. I mean, this kid is absolutely, an amazing right tackle. Charles Cross, everything that I've talked about him as well. Let's hope Robbie Ray can stop losing. Yeah,
Yeah, somebody's got to stop it.
yeah. This is this, but you know what? Here's the thing, Jake. This is why you have an ace. You have an ace that comes to the mound, and that is his job, is to come in and stop losing streaks. That's what made Hernandez so valuable for so long from the Seattle Mariners, is he was able to come in and stop slides like this.
Hmm. Yeah, so after we took Tariq Smith, trying to figure out who he is or why we took him, it looks like the Indianapolis Colts took Eric Johnson, defensive tackle from Missouri State.
Okay.
San Diego Chargers took defensive tackle Otito. I gave up. I'm just going to call him Double O.
Double O.
Yep. Defensive tackle from UCLA, and New Orleans Saints just took DeMarco Jackson, linebacker, Appalachian
Appalachian
State.
State. I agree.
So
I agree with you, Jake. He could have been. Logan will start another winning streak tomorrow. Okay. I'm not gonna bet against Robbie Ray today, Brett.
no, not at all. Robbie Ray is, and to me, the 1-2 punch between Robbie and Marco, or not Marco, but Logan, has been unbelievable. And I agree with Jake. He said the other day that, that one inning in Chicago shouldn't have even happened. And
Right. It was a
Robbie took the
downpour.
loss. He took the loss for that game, and he never should have. And his
Absolutely.
ERA just jumped through the roof because of that inning. So yeah, you take away that one game, and Robbie's just been a stud, and Logan is. So I am glad they're on our team. So
Oh, and you know who else has been a stud? Chris Flexen. Absolutely a stud. I've
uh,
been so we were happy with Chris last year, Kevin, and
yeah, yeah, I
steady
agreed.
flexing, baby.
I agree. Marco has been my concern this year
And
already.
he was our concern at the beginning of last year, and then look what
Yep.
happened after the All Star break. He just turned it on and was the bulldog.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but even before he got hit, he didn't look sharp the other day.
no,
And yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't think they're going to replace him because I mean he is the bulldog, and he
mm-hmm.
has he's provided us tons. And I know we're here talking about baseball on a
Hey, we got to
see.
what do we have like 30 picks to go? We can talk
Yeah,
a
we
little baseball.
we definitely have a long ways to go.
I don't think here's the thing. This is the first chance we've actually got to come on and talk to some of our viewers. And I know we're still a relatively new channel and we're young, but we are unique in the fact that we do cover both Mariners and the Seahawks. And I don't think there's anybody else out there that's putting on a show like that that's crossing the lines. So shoot, man, I would love to sit down and kind of get your feeling of what's going on with the Mariners and the Seahawks because we haven't had this chance.
Yeah, as far as Matt Brash sending him down, I still think he's overthrowing. He's just trying too hard to make too good of an impression. And yeah, I'm okay sending him down for a few weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, to let him, control his emotions a little bit better. I don't know about bringing up George Kirby because he might be in the same situation, but hey, let's give him a shot. I'm totally fine with it. We got him down there, Levi. So one of the
What
two.
about bringing Sheffield up if he's not ready? I mean, I know that's probably the most unpopular opinion, but here's another guy that we have waiting in the wings. How's Sheffield been doing in the minors, Kevin?
Sheffield's on the major team. I don't. He's not in the minors.
Oh, is he in our bullpen?
Yeah, he's been in the long relief in their bullpen.
Oh, well, I thought that
Um,
was Ramirez, not Ramirez, but
no, Sheffield's been in a long relief. Looks like Montel Washington, wide receiver for Samford, just went to the Denver Broncos.
when do you? Here's the next question from Brett. When do you guys think Ketel Marte will make his way up? The way that Austin is playing right now, it's going to be a while. I what do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, he's so young.
Yeah, I think we're 2 seasons away from him being up.
Easy 2 seasons away.
Yeah.
He hasn't really produced in Everett yet. And I think until he produces in Everett and they move him to Double A, I don't. I think he's going to play in Everett for half the season, go to Arkansas for half the season, but yeah, I think he's at least 2 years away, maybe three. And then
So I mean, yeah, they could bring Sheffield out of the pen and they could put him in the starting rotation. I don't see,
yeah,
to send Brash down.
looks like another wide receiver just came off the board. Kyle Phillips, wide receiver, UCLA, just went to the Tennessee Titans.
I just want you guys to notice that Kevin is trying to keep us on track with the draft.
No, I'm not. I just keep getting updates, so I'm just having fun here, man. Don't be dogging the don't
Festa
be
has
hating
to go too. Yikes. Yeah. Matt Festa, Even though you know what, he's had some stretches where he's looked good.
Well, the thing about Matt though is that he is just coming off of surgery.
Yeah,
So he is going to have some issues. I absolutely agree. I wasn't a big fan of his last year or before he got injured either, because I think there was something wrong. But yeah,
every time I hear Matt Festa's name, I want to hear him come out to hillbilly music is what I want to hear. Just some banjo as he's coming out of the bullpen. It's just his name.
well, here it is. Justice Sheffield has pitched in 4 games so far this year. Let's see, has a 0.00 ERA.
Hmm.
Let's how many hits? One hit, um, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So, yeah, I would be okay putting Justice in the fifth spot and sending Matt back down for a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to bring up somebody else and lose that 40-man spot because of the fact that then you
Jake,
got
that
to
oh sorry,
no, go ahead.
that curveball is so nasty though when it's on. Oh my god, it's devastating.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Justice definitely had an issue with the walking too many guys last year. Although, previous years he never really had an issue with it. It was pretty much just last year. I know in 2020 he had a little couple issues too. Well, 2020 had a bunch of issues, so I don't know. I'd have to take a look at his minor league and see. Yeah, in 2021 he had 43 walks and 5 hit batters.
Oh boy.
In 2020 he had three hit batters, 20 walks, and 2019 3 hit batters and 18 walks. But yeah, 2021 he definitely walked way too many guys. And if he could keep the walks down, I think he would be okay. I do love Matt Brash.
Oh, Matt Brash is going to be he is going to be a star. All right, maybe not star, but he is going to be a middle rotation guy for Seattle Mariners for a long time. Uh, you know, we look at the embarrassment of riches that we have for starting pitching. I mean, here we talk about George Kirby. We don't even mention Emerson Hancock. Like he's an afterthought now. Yes, he's hurt, but he's still going to be a high, a top of the rotation talent. I just is it could not be the rotation is just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Ford, he's been struggling in the minors so far. And I think he is going to be a superstar. Absolutely agree with you. He came out of high school, so I think he's going to struggle for a couple years in the minors before he really figures it all out and gets it turned around. But we actually last podcast we talked about a catcher down in Everett that is doing very very well. I'm trying to look up his stats. Uh, and speaking of football right now, I'm the only one speaking of football. Kareen Williams, running back from Notre Dame, just went to the dreaded Rams.
Dreaded
So
Rams. Ugh.
the Minnesota Vikings are on the
He was a
clock.
2021 Paul Horning Award finalist.
There you
Most versatile player. That sounds like a Rams player if I've ever heard one.
go.
Good
Yeah.
God. All they need is somebody
So
to catch the ball out of the backfield a little bit more. That, oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm right now, to be honest with you, Jake, I am a little disappointed with where Cal Raleigh is. Um, I know that's as much as Brash is my guy, Cal Raleigh is Kevin's guy. And so
Cal Raleigh will be unbelievable. He's just got to turn that bat around. Something's wrong upstairs,
mm,
but defensively, catcher, switch hitter that has hit with power in every level. I mean, he's batted over 300 in all three of the minor leagues, levels. So it's just a matter of time. And, I don't know how much, how long he's going to be in AAA, but it was the right move. Absolutely right move to spend, 3 weeks down there trying to redo his, figure it all out. So,
Says, hey JP, it was a hitting freak. He just might outdo France for MVP. 2 more hits yesterday. JP, again, man, I'll tell you, some of the fleece jobs, there has to be just some serious avoidance of any calls from Jerry DePoto right now. If you get a phone call from Jerry DePoto and you're in another organization, I guarantee you are not answering that phone call. I can
well,
you
especially if you're San Diego.
if
So,
you're San Diego GM, says Jerry DePoto, nope, not touching
nope,
that,
not taking that one.
not taking that call at all.
Well, I
Uh,
know that, JP did not come from San Diego,
no, he
but
came from the Phillies, but yeah,
well, in all reality, the Phillies, they got a good player in return, even though he's probably gone now. Um,
who did we trade for JP Crawford?
he was our shortstop we got from Arizona. I don't know why I can't think of his name. He was the reason we got Mitch Haniger, to be honest with you. Gene Segura. That is absolutely correct. Thanks, Jake. My brain's like, I love Gene. But yeah, it,
Gene, the hitting machine.
yeah. Although we did give up, yeah, uh, Cattell Mart. No, what was his name? It was
Just a second.
Marte. Yeah, the guy at Arizona, Cattell Marte. Cattell Marte. Boy, he turned out to be a stud. But yeah, team stats and scores. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out the catcher from team players, team.
Vikings just took defensive end Azizi Otomawo.
Wow.
Azizi Otomawo, 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl participant. So another defensive end goes to Minnesota.
Well, Jake, I'll answer that question in a minute. But Charlie Welsh is a catcher in um, Everett right now. He was the 19th round pick from last year's 2021 draft, pick number 564 from Arkansas. He is currently batting 303, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, and a 1.132 OPS. This kid, if he can keep that up, what a pick in the that late in the draft. I mean, 19th round. That's crazy. And he's only 22 years old.
So
So go ahead, Dave. You tell.
it's just yeah. Jake said that's what made us want to do YouTube. Here's
Yep.
the thing: is that I have always wanted to do sports talk radio. It was something that has been a passion of mine. I mean, that's all I listen to when I'm driving. That's all I listen. For the longest time. And whenever Kevin and I would get together, you know, we would just sit there and argue, and people that were around us, and they would be like, "You guys need to do some sort of a show or have some sort of something going on," and it really wasn't something that was even a choice until a few years ago when this YouTube thing caught on, and we started small and just started on Zoom, and we just now branched out to Riverside FM, and we've got that platform going on. I've got an I'm moving into a new house where I'll have my own studio set up, and so yeah, it's just something that slowly but surely it's been what a process. In I've loved every minute of it. I can't speak for Kevin, but it's been a blast.
Yeah, for me, it all started with my wife, actually. Dave and I have been friends forever, and we've always he used to come over and we'd watch the draft together and scratch our head and go, "What the? Who is that?"
Right.
And we could not figure it out, and we'd be watching football games together, and I'm telling you, we would scream at the TV, and we'd always banter and have a good time. So we've always kind of had that relationship, and even if I'm absolutely agreed with Dave, I would pick the other side just to, try to get his goat
Just
and
irritate you.
get him worked up because he is pretty fun when he's worked up.
You
And
guys haven't even seen Passionate Dave.
not yet. And so we would always just banter back and forth and just have a good time. And in fact, when Russell Wilson was drafted, I kept saying, "Oh, Matt Russell sucks. He's not going to be any good. Matt Flynn's the quarterback of their future," and which just sent Dave through the roof. And I think that's when he kind of stopped hanging out at my house, to be honest with you. And then so my wife and I decided to we started watching YouTube channels probably a year and a half ago, and because we buy and sell stuff, and I kind of told you that I'm actually a commercial realtor by trade, but we buy and sell stuff on the side. And so we have been watching YouTube channels of people flipping, things from garage sales or estate sales or you know auctions, storage lockers, all that kind of stuff. And we've been doing that for over 6, 7 years, I think. Well, we decided to go on a trip because good friend of mine died. He died, and his wife moved back to Indiana. So we took a truck and trailer of hers to Indiana, and we decided to record and do our own YouTube channel and record our entire trip from Spokane all the way to Indianapolis, down to Nashville, through Arizona, and back up to Spokane. And so we recorded every day, 17 days on the trip. It was a whirlwind, to be honest with you, but we started it. And then as soon as I got back, I called Dave. I said, "Dave, I figured this out. I know kind of how to edit a little bit, not very well, but I can edit a little bit. Let's do it." And so there it is. And then we talked about a name and tried to figure it out. And we just combined our two favorite sports teams, the sports city, Seattle, obviously, and we're huge diehard fans. So that's where Seafan Sports came from.
And we tried to do some hockey this year, and I just don't know enough. And I tell you what, the more that Matty Beniers plays, the more interested I'm getting in the Kraken. That Matty Beniers is a stud. I've even caught myself watching a couple of games, which I've never done before. And heaven forbid the Sonics come back. Yeah, I mean, we at that point. You think I'm a big
Uh,
you think I'm a big Seahawks fan? I was a huge Sonics fan. It was probably one of the saddest days of my sports lives, um, that I to do the when the Sonics left.
I still haven't watched NBA since they've left. Not
I,
one
I've
game.
I've watched bits and pieces. I tell you what, the other day I was out when the Mariners were playing, and at the same time there was a NBA game on. I believe it was the Timberwolves game, Timberwolves and the Grizzlies, and one of the guys tried to change the channel, and I almost got up and broke his hand. Uh, I was not a very happy camper. And I said, "Hey, you guys need at least one TB on the Mariners." And not only that, but it was during a Julio at bat, no less.
Oh, that he would have been out the door, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm like, "What are you doing?"
I
That just amazes. And thank you, Jake. Yeah, why not us, or why not us attitude? Absolutely. And are we the best and sharpest on this? Yeah, I don't think so. Not yet. But we're working at it. We're gonna get better.
yeah,
This is this is
and
our
and
first draft. I'm excited.
And to be on all in all reality, we're trying to be pleasant as much as possible because we don't know how far to we can push each other, and we do a lot of prep up front, so we don't do a lot of these live shows. We do more video, and we talk about everything. We kind of prep it up before we actually go live or record. And so, there's been some heated conversations before we record, but during the recording, we've been pretty nice to each other. So
Yeah, is going back to what he's talking about. Yeah, KD getting swept. I did not see Brooklyn look like a shoe in the Eastern Conference. I know that Kevin doesn't know what we're talking about, but yeah,
not at all.
OKC. But Kyrie Irving is a disaster. Uh, um, oh, Ben Simmons is a disaster. I mean, that team. Uh, I was listening the radio the other day, and they were talking about, is the super team era over? Because every super team that they've tried to put together in the last few years just it just kind of has failed. I just got started myself. It's hard, bro. YouTube and all being on camera, whatnot. Oh, absolutely. uh, Absolutely, it has absolutely been kind of brutal up until this point, you know.
Well, and I think it's still kind of brutal because I struggle with obviously names. You guys know that. I also struggle with writing and spelling. I flunked 4 years of English, although my job for a while, I do commercial evaluations on properties, and so I'm writing reports for banks, and it's pretty entertaining. But to see yourself on camera and to feel natural, it's really, we're still not 100% there, but the more you do it, the better you get. And it really, I the first time I was in front of a camera, I'm like, felt really awkward, and I was trying to film my wife more than way more than me because I don't want to be on camera. But since Dave and I've been doing this every week, and we do 1 to 2 a week, or sometimes 3 a week, then you definitely grow into it. And we've been doing it for 52 weeks now, and I feel way more comfortable. I still don't like the way I look. I still don't like the way I sound, but
Right.
that's just part of the game. And you know, just be yourself. People want to see yourself. They just want to see you enjoy it. And it's so much easier. There's no way I could do this without Dave. And if it wasn't for Dave, I absolutely couldn't do it. And I probably would not be doing it if it wasn't for Dave, because I just feel comfortable with him because we've been friends for so long, and we trash talk each other, and as well as, um, just goof around, and we could finish each other's sentence half the time. And so it's real more comfortable, because if I tried to do this on my own, there's just no way. And I know Dave was doing it on his own earlier today, and it was kind of a struggle for him.
Oh, it's a
Not
huge
not
struggle.
that not that he missed me or anything, or
I
he
did. I
really
missed
needs
you.
me.
I missed you.
So
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so and yeah, so yeah, we're doing it. I just got started myself. It's Harborough, YouTube, and all being like, you know, I love your title, Life and Sports Talk with Jake. One of the things that I want to do is myself, Jake, is I kind of want to do a life improvement as well. Some of the things that the journey that I've taken over the last probably year, as far as being a man, as well as doing this thing. And I've talked to Kevin several times about you know wanting to do an individual one about life and improvement, and being a better human being is something also that I've had some serious thought with. Let's see here. And that's me and my mom. She's super Seattle fan.
He- I-
She saw the Sonics win it all when she was a kid. Oh, the 1979, Jake, was the year that I got into sports. I was born in '68. Um, well, not '79. I was really not. I was kind of peripheral. It'd be like one of those things I like to play more than I like to watch. But yeah, when 1979 came around, when they won the championship, oh my gosh, I fell in love with competitive sports and sports on TV.
Yeah, and actually, it's funny that you say that. I grew up in Seattle area. That's why I'm a diehard Husky fan. I grew up an hour north of Seattle. Well, it's probably 2 hours now in a town called Arlington. Graduated from high school from there, and I I used to have my brother and I we used to go to the Mariners games all the time. And during the heyday with Griffey, Edgar, Buhner, I mean, we were there at least 20 games a year. It was so much fun, and I to go to a a ton of Seahawk games and also a ton of Sonics games back in the Key Arena, and you know that era with Peyton and Kemp
Hmm.
when they struggled against Jordan. It was such an amazing thing. And then the I don't remember if you can recall. I mean, because you're kind of young, but once one year, and I don't even remember what year it was. They played the Houston Rockets with Akeem Olajuwon
Hmm.
and a few other guys, and it went to like triple overtime. I was at that game. I
Really,
lost my voice for a week. It was the most intense and fun game I've ever been to in my entire life. And so, yeah, it's you're if you're a sports fan, you're a sports fan. And I actually I was the only friend that was into sports as a kid. None of my other friends like sports, but I always loved sports. And so when I first got married and had kids, I kind of gave up watching them for a while. And then when my son started playing baseball, I just it all started back up. And just the memories I've had and watching these teams, it's just been so much fun.
I tell you, as far as my or Sonic's memory of where I exactly was is kind of a negative one because I was when Denver beat Seattle up when Seattle was the 1 seed, Denver was the fives or was the
Oh,
six
I
seed.
I do remember that.
I was driving from Arizona back to Spokane. We'd moved down to Arizona for a year, and I was sitting in traffic in on a Sunday afternoon in the middle of Salt Lake City because they were doing construction to get ready for the Winter Olympics. And oh my gosh, was I furious. Not only am I having to wait, but I'm listening to Dikembe Mutombo laying in the middle of the court with the ball over his head. Oh, awful. Uh, Jake says, my mom got me into watching Seahawks and Mariners. It was a ritual. We always talk after every game is over now. Oh, my dad, that my dad was my thing. Uh, Part of the reason that I love sports talk so much, sports talk, is because my dad, when I would ride in the car with my dad, that's all he would listen to. And in fact, he would listen to a guy named Papa Joe Chevalier. Yeah, he was on in Spokane, and that's what we listened to. And I came to love sports talk radio. And he actually came to Spokane, and me and my dad went out to and he did a live broadcast. We went out and watched him, and it was an amazing time for us.
Well, hey, I don't want to get off the topic, but hey, I just wanted to give you an update of what's going on. So pick number 166, the Cincinnati Bengals took Tyson Anderson
Okay.
out of Toledo. Looks like a safety. Pick number 167, the Dallas Cowboys took Deron Bland, cornerback from Fresno State. Pick number 168, the Chicago Bears picked offensive tackle from Southern Utah State, Braxton Jones. Pick number 169, running back for North Carolina, Ty Chandler went to the Minnesota Vikings. Pick number 170, Tegan, I don't know, Tegan Q. That's what we're going to call him, tight end from Oregon State. And pick number 171 for the Denver Broncos, the dreaded Denver Broncos, the horrible Denver Broncos, the
Awful.
The team I hope doesn't win anything, Denver Broncos, pick center Luke Wattenberg, Washington. And now San Francisco pick is in. The New York Giants. Oh, it picks in, and it's Samuel Womack, cornerback, Toledo. And the New York Giants are on the
On the
clock.
clock. How many? How many? When do we pick next? Two.
I don't know. We got a long ways to go.
Do we
Well, I don't think we have a 6th round pick, right?
No, we don't. We're picking. Next pick is 229, and we're at. Oh shoot, we're
And
about 30 picks away. Yeah.
and you see who's still on the board for best available?
No, is he still on the board?
Let me tell you, Joe Doman is still on the board.
Guess who else is
Uh,
on the board?
yep.
West.
Donovan West is on the board.
Yeah.
Amari Barno is still on the board.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some quality guys. And he,
Go ahead,
yeah,
Kevin.
no go.
I said, Jake said, when Dylan Moore hit the grand slam, my wife heard me scream from the other room when that happened. She was like, "You okay?" I was like, Mariners came back. We both watched them come back against the Padres. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah, my wife always goes, they either did something good or he's yelling at the refs, so or the umps, depending on whether Seahawks or Mariners. So yeah, my wife is not a sports fan at all. She could care less. She used to go with me to the games when we'd go see back in Griffey and Edgar and those guys go. But since we moved to Spokane, she hasn't gone with me because she doesn't really care about sports at all. She's a people watcher. She loves going to the games to watch people. But so she's always saying, I know you're either mad at the umps, refs, or you're celebrating. So it depends on what's going
And no woman can stand me, so
on.
I
No
don't have
guy
I
can
don't
ever.
have a wife.
Yeah, that is very true.
That's right.
Oh, let's see. Anything going on?
Is Deer Lake out there? My uncle has a cabin out in Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Deer Lake. In fact, where I work is just Deer Lake is probably 10-15 minutes away.
the Giants just selected Marcus
Marcus.
McKethan. Mc, Mc, I don't know. Guard, North Carolina. I'm giving up even trying. So I
Chicago Bears are on the clock.
yep. And I got to get going, Dave, and I don't know how to get out of here.
I could just log out, don't you, Kevin?
I think so, and that's what I'm going to do. So hey, Jake, have a great weekend. I might, depends on what's going on, Dave. I might be able to jump back on for the 7th round.
All right.
But I don't know that, so I'm not
Say hi
holding
to
my.
your bride for me.
I will. I'm not gonna hold my breath too much. So anyway,
You're not going to hold your breath so that you can say hi to your bride?
no, I'm not holding my breath that I'm gonna be back on in the 7th round. So anyway, hey, thanks, Jake. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one, Dave.
Peace out, Boy Scout.
All right, bye. Let me see if I can figure out how to log out now. All right, there we go.
Jake, I'm staying on, so if you want to stay with me, that's fine. If not, I understand too, bro. Kevin is gonzo. No, he's not. He's still trying to bring
No,
me
I'm
back.
still here. Changes you made may not be saved.
Because it's only showing that you're 58% uploaded. So, are you gone? Must be gone. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Mariners. See, what time is the Mariner game today? Let's take a look. I'm about to go to work. We'll see you guys later. But keep doing what you're doing. You're good at it. Thanks, Brett. You have a good one, bud. Says I'll catch you in the next one, Dave. Daddy daycare at the house. All right, brother. You guys have a good one. All right, here. All right. Well, if there's somebody listening, I'll probably log back on coming closer to the 220 trip draft picks, and I'll talk to you then.